Hello everybody, Carla here. I want to first of all say thank you to all the new subscribers. If you are new, you are more than welcome. Thank you for being here. If you are those that start with the channel a few months ago when we be only 20 and something souls gathering for support this channel and the new perspective of galactic astrology, thank you too for the loving support. We are going to share here and now my perspective on the new moon in Cancer. And I know that we are during the recording of this video, Monday 23rd of June 2025, living very chaotic and tumultuous time out there. I can feel all those souls that live in US having doubts and fear and wondering what was going on with the last few days decisions and worldwide scenario that we are now passing through. However, I think that even in these difficult times, we can keep following our heart and keeping the track in our ascensional path. This new moon will be sharing some, of course, tension as we are seeing out there, but at the same time is bringing a perspective that we must be anchored in here and now, in our heart, in that part of our soul that feel home, can be inward, can be gathering with family, with those that we love, inside of our home, but of course inside of our body, connecting with our body, with our soul nation, and with, of course, our spiritual family that are supporting us, even in these particular times when so many people is feeling the despair and we are navigating the dark night of a soul for the collective. So I will be trying to share with you that, of course, many of us are having a huge transformation during these times, and it's very, very important that we keep doing wherever we must to do in order to keep building that structure inside of us to contain or to create that playground when we want to and we need it to express our light soul. So let's dive in the different aspects that this new moon is bringing to our attention, just to try to understand much and better what's next. First of all, as always happen when we have a new moon, we tend to take a look where the sun and moon are, as they are together at the same sign, at the same degree of a sign, in this case 4 degree of Cancer. And in this particular occasion right there we have Jupiter that is exaltated right there in Cancer too, and we will be taking a look on the ruler of the sign of Cancer, that is the moon, and paying attention in all those aspects that the moon is doing right now. The first that coming to my attention is a cardinal cross that it's happening between the planets on Cancer. At the other side in Capricorn we have Quar and Ixion, 2 dwarf planets that are actually far away from Pluto. And then in the other 2 cardinal signs we have, of course, Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and we have Maki in the sign of Libra. Let's take a look what this means and why it's important to take a look in this tensional space that actually is opening inside of us the space to navigate this tension, to figure it out, what is going on, and how to make possible a new aspect of ourselves to bring in to the surface, and let us use that part of ourselves guide us into the new. So paying attention in all the planets that are now actually in the sign of Cancer, we must to figure it out that this is bringing us to the perspective of check on our family lineage, our ancestral history, our home, but of course at the same time our country. And as always happen, we are trying to bring a seed of something new, because when we are having all these energies in Cancer, we tend to pay attention and take care of all this stuff that I mentioned before. And at the same time, we are of course trying to protect that, because that's the kind of energy that Cancer brings to the table. But what is right in front, making some tension, and at the same time asking for us to pay attention to. So here we'll be taking a look on Kowar and Ixion and trying to figure it out who they are and what they are bringing to this particular moment, when they are trying to push us or bring the future timelines into the balance, and not only to stay locked inside of our shell, inside of the old patterns, old ways to navigate the history and of course life. Kowar is actually in the myth, it's a goddess that bringing into the movement, and he was dancing and singing, and with that product of him dancing and singing, apparently creation happened. And it's quite important in this particular time that he's asking us to pay attention inside of our own home, inside of our routine, and in our reality space, to connect through art, through the singing, through the dancing, the spirit in our equation. We actually must to connect with our spirit, and at the same time we must to fit him or them, just to be able to, of course, be in constant connection and dialogue with our higher self. At the same time, Ixion right there is let us know that probably it is time at the same time to don't be repeating history, but bringing that part of ourselves that it's rebel, and it's that kid inside of us, even being grown-ups, that want to be different and want to ask if we are actually doing the correct steps or moves, following everything that is out there ruling the reality. And we'll be, of course, trying to let us know that sometimes is more important following our own guidance, even when sometimes we are breaking some rules, not because we just want to do it and be rebel, it's because it's better do things in alignment with ourselves, creating new, in balance with our inner child, and then asking for, saying sorry, and not exactly at the opposite, like following the rules and living our inner child sparkle, be right there in the bottom of us, trying to get in a space, and actually we don't sometimes giving permission to ourselves to connect with that aspect. At the same time, if we're taking a look on Neptune and Saturn right there in Aries, are trying to let us see How many times when we've been trying to bring the spirit and our connection with the divinity into reality, we used to, for many, many years, tend to disconnect ourselves from the role in humanity, because for many of us, starseed is easier trying to navigate the higher realms and react in a really in a way that we prefer to don't stay in our body. We prefer sometimes don't stay or don't experience being human. However, this time is bringing us the chance and the opportunity to rebuild this connection and bring the new way of being and starseed here and now. And that's something that we are learning. We are learning as individuals, we are learning as collective. We are not knowing exactly how to do it yet because it's something new, but we are understanding that if we are taking those steps into the age and jumping without net, at the end of the day, our higher self, God, our teams are supporting us and the net show up. But for that, we must to change and avoid trying to disconnect or trying to distract or trying to use illusion as a way to navigate that it's intense and we can probably not understand from this reality. In the other part, in the other corner, it's Maki Maki. And who Maki Maki is? Maki Maki, it's a deity, or Maki Maki is a god that actually is connecting with the Rapa Nui civilization, and it's a spiritual magician that actually make our life connected with the sacred consciousness. And at the same time, he let us know that we are part of all that is alive, plants, animals, even the earth, other humans. And when we understand that we are able to bring life into the equation and we are part of a community of souls making possible this reality as we are living, all the beautiful, all the organic, all the good, all the beauty, at the end of the day, we can finally understand that we are not just a drop into the ocean. We are absolutely needed and necessary for that ocean looks as beautiful as it is. So it's inviting us again to remind that we must to connect with the unity consciousness if we want to experience that new reality of this new earth and this new humanity that we all want to. All these four signs are those that have a strong energy enough to make the change. They are about to push us into a new thing. Those are the ones that actually made possible the dance of different seasons. And at this time during June, that we have a solstice, we can understand that this is not only important but really, really needed if we want to be part of what's going on in this ocean of life expressing itself here on earth. It's interesting because if we want to see that emotional side that always Cancer bring to our equation, we can take a look in this big trine or grand trine of water that is happening during this new moon, and of course will be supporting everything that happened in our emotional level, not only for individuals but for humanity in times to come. So if we pay an attention, we can take a look that we are not only having Sun, Moon and Jupiter in Cancer, we have Gongon right there in the sign of Pisces, in alignment with Famulhat, that is the fixed star of the constellation of Pisces. And then in the third sign of water sign, that is Scorpio, we have Vesta, an asteroid, Haumea, that is a dwarf planet, and those are in alignment with Sirma and the Virgo constellation and the Shapley attractor. We'll be taking a look now what these exactly bring us to our consciousness at this time. So Cancer right there with the alignment of the sun and the moon and Jupiter amplifying all is let us know that it's time to feel how we can be in coherence actually when we of course feel, be, and bring not only our inner light, our vital energy, but our feelings and our unconscious mind in alignment. This is absolutely necessary if we want to, of course, grow in consciousness in times to come, and being guided for, in this particular case, not only Gongon, but Fomalhaut, that is the Watcher of the South. And what is this star, royal star, letting us know that we are a highly spiritual beings and we can be creative in alignment not only with the science but with all the elements of art and music that will be actually feeding our soul to let the soul know that it's welcome into the body. And of course we can have a beautiful experience as humans even when we are starseeds here and now. And of course we'll be actually pushing in a gentle way to use our intuitive abilities to navigate times to come. And Gongon right there actually is beautiful because Gongon is the god that is not only compassion and sensitive and empath. At the same time, he know that if he master these two dragons that used to be with him, he can be not only emotional master but intellectual master too, and can participate in the world, working with fun, with joy, and making this exchange of energies with the rest of the people, with the community, in a way that let us be a conduit of divinity and not working only under survival mode. At the other side, we have this beautiful energy of Vesta that is let us know once again that inside of us lives the fire of a soul. Is not only that flame, sacred flame that connect us with the heart and with the place when we are living and become a house into a home, we at the same time are able when feed and take care of our own inner light and inner fire, sacred fire, being able to connect with our purpose, to be in service, and to take care not only us but the rest of humanity too. She always inviting us to connect with our inner world, with our necessity to be nurtured, and at the same time it's always reminding us that our sexual energy, our creative energy, is sacred too. And as soon we are able to take care and honor that energy in us, our creations become absolutely in alignment with God. She is next to Umea, and Haumea is connecting us with the necessity to learn how to feel that our spirit is alive and that it's actually connected with the magic that live in us as soon we connect with the subtle energy of nature and all that is alive in this world. And as soon we recognize that what is outside and what is inside of us is connecting by this magic of the spirit in motion, we are able to actually bring the spiritual to the matter. And we are probably here just to celebrate that, and that's a lot. Sirma, beautiful alignment with Sirma. I have a strong connection with this star in Virgo constellation. It's connected with being a compassionate healer, and that energy at the same time connect us with Atlantis and let us reminding that it's time to bring all those memories into our memory. We can make it now. We have the support to make it possible, even when, of course, many of us have the memories of a cataclysm. Is not the only thing that we have. As soon we pass through the pain of that, we can navigate inside us in that shoes that we live as a treasure, trying to be ready for these times to connect with that and use it. So we can be not only intuitive and spiritual healers, we are those that are connecting with the love of nature and animals. We are connected with Atlantis, and in many, many cases, if you have a strong connection with the Ascended Master Jesus, you for sure have a strong memory or alignment with this star too. And right there, it's Shapley attractor. We usually bring to our attention that what it's in alignment and a star with this particular place that actually bring all the energy, all that dark matter of the rest of our universe into this place in this galaxy that we are in. It's bringing actually the universal wisdom into the equation, and of course in some way will be amplify this Sirma energy too. So it's more than interesting. See that all this is letting us know that we are more than capable to understand that even if you are one of those that reminded and have the memories of the cataclysm in Atlantis, even now with this sensation of the three world, we are not heading into a nuclear apocalypse. We are actually having a moment in time when we are able to navigate this from a neutral perspective and seeing how the collective wake up with this strong energy, these shaking energies of the possibility of the end of a world. Even when this will be not happening, we are here to see and connect with that fears, with that pain, and actually at the same time trying to be compassionate witness of all of those that are actually in fear, in despair, feeling that the anxiety is too much, and trying to balance the equation, anchoring inside of ourselves all those energies that actually needed to be used into service. So I think that we are having more than enough to understand that even in tumultuous time, when it's not that easy, be peacefully inside and not let us invade by the chaos that is surrounding us. We are here to make a difference. And I'm always have the sensation that those that are in between these two timelines, those that probably you, me, and many others that will be helping to humanity after any kind of massive awakening, any kind of probably massive event happening soon. Who knows? Only God know when will this happen and how. This will be able to pass through the structure that we are creating as a bridge. And it's like you, me, and many others being columns that can actually make safety for them to run from the inorganic timeline that it's about to collapse for good, and moving into a new reality where all of us can be together, actually moving forward in the organic timeline, just to make this ascension for humanity and for all living beings and the earth possible. So I hope that this perspective helping you to navigate difficult moments in this time that we are living in. Remember, you are part of this of the light workers that actually are able to become in beacons of light in moments of despair. So honor yourself, give yourself time to rest. We are having a lot of ascensional symptoms. The body is updated and we needed to be ready because we are nothing. It's about to have a movement of Uranus from Taurus to Gemini, and I know that the Pleiades that are in alignment with this movement will be right there waiting for many people here on earth be awake. And of course, those that we in some way made already some path, we are leading others. And this is nothing to do with have a YouTube channel or using a microphone to spread the news. Sometimes it's vital that you be who you are, where you are, spreading that news to your loved ones, to your family, to your neighbors, to your community. And please, if you're one of those, remind all the time that you are equally needed and we are not better or worse than others because we don't have an audience. We are right there in divine right timing, doing where we probably feel like it's something natural in us, but it's exactly what we come here to do. So thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Hopefully we will be see you again next month with more videos about galactic astrology. Bye bye for now and have a beautiful new moon.